Nicholas Berggruen has endowed this prize in order to draw attention to the important place of deep thinking in our world. And so celebrating it and encouraging it where we find it is one of the aims of the prize. The jury is delighted to honor someone whose ideas have indeed, in the words of the Berggruen Prize's statement of aims, helped us find direction, wisdom, and improved self-understanding.
At the end of the day, what's really important, at least what we try to emphasize at the Berggruen Institute, is that ideas matter. And that's really the point of this prize. Because I think thinking will help us understand and reshape the future maybe more than anything else.
What is it about philosophy that allows us to turn to that discipline that will help us understand shifts in political movements?
Well, I think you first learn how to do something, which is crucial if there's going to be a deliberative public culture. When you're talking to people about politics, you have to learn, first of all, to listen to the structure of what their argument actually is. Slow down, lay out the argument, what are the premises, do the conclusions follow from the premises, and then when you do that, you may actually understand yourself better, and as Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living, but also you learn a new attitude to people who disagree with you. Now it's not like, oh, they're the bad team. It's like, well, we differ at premise number 2, but we might agree with premise number 1, and then we have to try to figure out where the differences really kick in. And I see this every day when I teach undergraduates, but also law students and graduate students. You know, it makes a difference to your whole attitude to citizenship.
I wonder, though, if you would talk a little bit about the impulse of writing about the current moment that we're living in, and why you feel it's important that in order for us to understand it, we need to go back a little bit more. We need to look at history.
My earlier work on emotions had been too piecemeal. I had taken disgust in one book, anger in another book, and compassion in another book. But I wanted now to see the causal relations among the different emotions, how fear, which I think is in evolutionary terms the most primitive, but also in chronological terms the first, it's behind everything. When we are born, it's a place of agonizing fear in some respects, and then comfort comes, but we can't govern it. It comes, then it goes away again, and then we have to yell and scream and make it come back again. You know, so two things happen that pertain to the title Monarchy of Fear. We learn to run for comfort, or not run because we can't really move for such a long time, but we seek comfort from an omnipotent power source when we're frightened. But second, we learn to behave monarchically ourselves, yelling and enforcing our will. Freud called the baby His Majesty the baby, and that I think is really true.
Martha, bravo, and thank you. Thank the jury. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you. This is so beautiful.
Thank you, Razia.